Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. How we doing out there, friends? Happy Friday. It's March 26th, 6 p.m. Let's have a look at the charts. BTC USD. Getting on up there. We got our support running up there, the 12-day moving average. Bringing the token up there to, we got support sitting there at the 53.35. What is that? 53.530, I should say. And resistance sitting up there at the 54.96 for BTC USD. As you can see, we're moving up in the chart there to the evaluate zone. Keeping that in mind. And let's move on to ETH, Ethereum. ETH USD support sitting there at the 1663.19 and resistance at the 1693.81. We're looking at the 1 hour here. We're going to stay on that one, folks, for tonight. We do have the 12, the 26. You see the 12 crossing over the 100-day moving average, and you're going to see that quite often tonight. So keep an eye on that as we make our way up to the upside. So keep those stop losses in there tight and watch for those targets as we move into the sell zone. Let's move on to BNB, Binance Coin. We have our support sitting there at the 248.81. And we should move that down. We have resistance going to be there at the 254.957. Getting above that 100-day moving average, looking at that 12 coming up to cross. So that's going to be a beautiful thing if we can make that happen. Moving into the weekend. Let's go on to ADA, USD Cardano. Sideways action here, doing some consolidation as we made our way up into this evaluation zone. So we're looking at the support at the 1.194 and looking up there at resistance at the 1.252. Got up there, we got into the overbought there for a short period, came back down, got our shit together, and we started to move sideways. So that's what we're looking at for ADA, USD, Cardano. Let's go on to PolkaDot, DOT, USD, sideways action as well. We have the 12, the 26 beneath us, 100-day creating a little bit of a resistance there. So support sitting there at the 32.116 and resistance there at the 33.19 USD. How you doing out there, folks? I hope you're doing well. Friday evening, we'll keep it really, really close here. So let's look at the support level for LTC, USD, Litecoin. Litecoin moving up there, crossing through that 100-day moving average. So looking at support at the 180.23. And we can massage that resistance level there just a little bit more for you at the 183.99. So basically the 184. Trying to get above that 100-day moving average for Litecoin. Let's go on to LINK, USD, Chainlink. Chainlink trying to make a go at it. Got up there through this evaluation zone. So we're starting to get into the sell target. If you're trading this thing, you can see you had to be early to the game. So support sitting there at the 26.859 and resistance 27.45. We do have the 12 cross over the 100-day moving average. That is looking good. Now we're watching for this 26-day moving average to get in there. We are on the 1 hour time frame here. Going to stay on that. staying dialed in. Let's go on to Stellar XLM USD. Converging 100-day, 12-day, and we have support sitting there at the 0.378, resistance at the 0.3857. Stellar kind of wiggling its way up there, but personally, I've given up on Stellar for a while. I've kind of shed a little bit of that particular position, and that's up to you folks. If you believe in it, then go for it, but just kind of don't see anything in the near future for Stellar. So I do have a small position in that, full disclosure. But anyway, let's move on to Doge. Doge just kind of wiggling its way up there as it always does. It wiggles one way or another. So we have the support sitting down at the 0.05246 and resistance up there at the 0.0545 for Doge. All these converging moving averages here on the 1 hour. So you can zoom out to the 4 hour and get you a better reflection on that. So we do have the 100-day moving average above, and trying to get through there at 26 and the 12. So we are inverted on the 4 hour time frame. We'll switch back to the 1 hour as we continue. Let's have a look at VET USD. Vechain wiggling its way all the way up from the buy zone into the evaluation zone. And we did get the 12 and the 100 cross. Looks like we're going to get the 26-day cross, so we're moving into upward movement here at that configuration. So we have the 12, 26-day, 100-day cross coming up here for VET USD. So let's look at support sitting there at the 0.0877, and we have resistance up there at the 0.090 for VET USD Vechain. Heading over to Vethor, the Ethereum token, Vechain token. So look at that support to hold there to 0.0191. Wait, check that, 0.0195. And resistance sitting there very tightly at the 0.0200. As we wiggle our way up there towards the sales target for VTHO USD. Moving on to FIL USD. Looky there, up there at the all-time high there. We'll switch over to the 4 hour time frame to make it look a little bit clearer. So we are in blue sky breakout. When this happens, what we're looking for, folks, is if you're chasing this thing and you're FOMOing in, oh my gosh, it's going to go to the moon. Please don't do that. Be very, very cautious. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. If I was, I would be filthy, filthy ass rich, and you would be very, very poor. But for me, the advice I can give you tonight is to chart these things and look at what the technical analysis is, as well as the fundamental. So looking at FIL, I'll shut the hell up and move on. All-time high is sitting up there at what's the all-time high? 119.49. So we're pegging it out right there at the all-time high. And of course, there's no resistance levels because we're breaking through that, but we do have support sitting down here at the 114.41. One little tiny bit of advice: if you feel like you're missing out on something, scale in small. Take little tiny nibbles. And then that way, if it falls back, you don't feel so bad. So let's move on to IOTA, Internet of Things. We can bring that back down here. So we have support sitting down there at the 1.408 and resistance at the 1.447. So basically, we're banging around that 1.50 number for IOTA. As we move on to COMP, COMP USD. COMP sitting there, support 367.35, resistance at the 378.83. 100-day moving average way down here on the, oh shucks, we're on the 30-minute. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. Yep, there we are. Just right, as you can see, folks, we're riding right along this 100-day moving average, trying to hold that. And then we have the 12 and the 26 giving us grief on the top side. So watch that as we resolve that for COMP USD. Moving on to I Need Attention is basic attention coin. Support sitting here right on that 100-day moving average. Had to come down there and test that because we're feeling a little bit weak. So we're looking down there at the 1.04, roughly the $1 psychological, and then we have the 1.08. 1, 2 goes at that. You can even say 3. Trying to get through that 1.08 for COMP. Sorry, BAT USD. Looking at Ethereum Classic, ETC USD, folks are trying to figure out, oh, wait a minute, we can build NFTs on top of the original Ethereum chain. So, and pay less gas. But anyway, coming up there, support at the 11.618, resistance at the 11.765. You see the 100-day moving average on top of us here on the 1 hour time frame as we try to make our way through there. Let's move on to MANA, MANA USDC. Having a look there, support at the 0.869 and then resistance up there. We can, yep, that's okay for now. At the 0.899723. Banging away right here in between this. We're trying to get, we do have support on the 100-day moving average. So if you don't know, the older or the longer the moving average, the more support you get, and then the younger ones tend to be a challenge. So looking at MANA USDC, let's move on to ZIL. ZIL getting a boost off that 100-day moving average. Underneath, we have the 26-day, I should say, underneath. So we have the 0.1631 support. Significant resistance up there to 0.1691 for ZIL USD. Moving on to NU USD. Kind of quiet, going sideways. Have the 100-day way up there, so we're not watching this, and we're kind of sitting on our hands for NU USD. Support sitting there at the 0.5247 and resistance there to 0.548 for NU USD. Let's go on to NMR. Much better pattern here as we tried. We got through that 100-day moving average. Here on the 1 hour, we have the 1226 beneath us. So starting to just make these incremental changes. But we are watching that RSI as we climb up through, and then we're almost to the overbought. So keep that in mind, folks. So right now we're looking at the support level at the 43.19. 43.46 and resistance at the 45. I'm sorry, 43.1946 support. There we go. And then 45.412 resistance for NMRUSD. Let's go on to GRT graph token. Looking pretty solid here. We got the 100-day moving average way beneath us. We got the 12-day cross, so we're looking for that 26-day cross, and then we're all in our upward momentum to the upside configuration. So support sitting there at the 1.515, resistance there at the 1.56. How you doing out there? I see some folks out there. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you stopping by. We did get through the 50 hours of watch time. So basically, if someone were to start their work day and work all week, that's the amount of video that we produce here. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. If you don't mind, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and the notification bell. If you hate what I do, hit the dislike button. Don't care. I'm here for you. Let's go on to USD, Uniswap. Tight range here. We're sitting right on top of that 12-day moving average, just riding that bad boy up till we meet that 100-day. So setting support at the 28.313, resistance there 29.0568. And then once you get through that, folks, you're going to look for this 100-day moving average coming down. So we're going to have a little bit of wiggle. And let's go bulls, buy this thing up. Moving on to Aave, a USD. Look at this, very, very clear riding this 12-day moving average. That's why we use this one. And the 26th, we have the 100-day beneath there. So we are in the right configuration for upside potential. Very, very clear. So if anyone's out there that debates why I use the 12, 26, and 100-day, this is why. Anyway, sitting there at support at 352.4699 and resistance up there, double top-ish, we should say, at the 361.83. I know I'm long-winded in the evening, so I'll shut the hell up. Just watch that RSIs are starting to get up there towards the top on the overbought, so keep an eye on that, folks. But AA, VEUSD looking strong here, up 9.45%, as all these NFTs get a lot of attention. MKRUSD looking down at the 1930.349 support. We getting that off this 26-day moving average. We can actually say it's coming off the lows, but nah, we're leaning back on that 12, 26, and 100-day moving average. So got up there above it, which we are happy about. So look it up there. Resistance at the 2031.7887. Resistance for MKRUSD. Let's look at audio. Audio all-time high up there in sight. And 12, 26, 100-day moving average in the configuration that we like if you're bullish. And then so RSI got up there into the overbought. So it cooled down a little bit. So now it's time for folks to have another go at it as we make our way up. So 2.998, so roughly $3 hairs. Psychological, and then up above there, you have the 3.50 psychological. So just working straight off those psychological numbers as folks try to figure out how much I'm going to pay for audio, because this is the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life. for musicians to earn their royalties. Let's move on to CHCUSD. Here we go. Support sitting there at the 0.5000 and resistance way up there at the 0.5346. And we're trying to get all these moving averages. You see they're condensing everything. But we are sitting right on top of that 100-day moving average, which is going to be the strongest. 100-day moving average, the red line is a 12 and the blue line is 26 for CHZUSD. Moving on to Theta. Theta looking strong at the 12.151 support. And we can massage that down here for you. First of all, we're going to look at the resistance at the 12.5627. Resistance. 100-day moving average is slightly above us, so let's try to pull that through, bulls. And then we have the 12 and the 26 converging. So watch that, folks, for Theta USD. ENJ, the little engine that could. Still hanging in there, got lots of support off this 26-day you see coming up there. So we have the 2.24 support. We can massage that resistance number there. So let's see. So first level. Yeah, right there. So we got to get through that 2.283 resistance. I think we'll take that out pretty quickly there. But there's your support resistance for ENJUSD. Let's move on to ONE, Harmony Coin token, whatever you want to call it. Fell through that 100-day moving average. That kind of should raise a flag. So watch that support level down here at the 0.1743. As we try to hold that, and then resistance, we can move that down just a little bit on the climb back up at the 0.1813. Okay, almost done here. Let's look at the Bitcoin dominance. BTC.D. Still kind of lightening up here with Bitcoin dominance. Sitting right at the 60.80% of the crypto space. So as you could probably tell, we've moved into the altcoin. Folks are switching out their BTC for altcoin. Let's go on to the total Bitcoin dominance. Moving up there, as we've mentioned, 1,675 billion. Folks, that does it for me. I will see you at 10 a.m. in the morning. Gonna sleep in, get some rest. Been really busy here in the crypto space. Thank you for stopping by. If you don't mind, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell, ring the bell. You'll get one notification. That's it. You're not going to get spammed or any commercial over. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow.